Hey guys, let me show you a few places you should visit if you come to Ciudad Juarez. I am an American living and traveling around Mexico. So come and join me as I discover this beautiful country and all it has to offer. If you're in Ciudad Juarez, you have to make time for the Sala de Arte Germán Valdés Tintán Museum. It has free admission and is a tribute to one of Mexico's most legendary comedians, Germán Valdés, better known as Tintán. He actually got his start right here in Juarez as a radio host on XEJ, where he created his famous Pachuco character. Over his career, Tintán became a cultural icon and starred in more than 100 films, blending comedy, music, and the border culture vibe that you can still feel today. The museum gives you a real sense of his life, his style, and his impact. Next up is the Juan Gabriel Museum. If you don't know who he is, Juan Gabriel, or El Divo de Juarez, is a music legend here in Mexico and all over the world. He was born in Michoacán, but grew up here in Juarez and became famous for his powerful voice, emotional lyrics, and bold, flamboyant style that changed Latin music forever. The museum is inside his actual home, and it's stunning. The tour lasts about 2 hours and costs between 106 to 370 pesos, which is about 6 to 21 US dollars per person. Sadly, they don't allow you to take photos or record video inside, so I can only show you all what it looks like from the outside. I recommend booking on the Juan Gabriel Museum website ahead of time because spots can fill up quickly. Something I love learning about Juan Gabriel is that he gave back a lot. He did benefit concerts and even started a home for underserved kids here in Juarez in the 80s. Learning about his story made me admire him even more. At the end of Avenida Juárez, which I showed you all in my mini walking tour, is the Museo de la Revolución en la Frontera. This museum is dedicated to the Mexican Revolution and shows Ciudad Juárez's immense role. It's in an old customs building where Porfirio Diaz and U.S. President William Taft once met. Inside there are 10 rooms filled with artifacts, historic photos, and interactive exhibits that tell the story of the revolution, especially from the perspective of Juárez. Back in 1910, Mexico was under the dictatorship of Porfirio Diaz, who had been in power for over 30 years. He kept the country stable, but it came at a cost. Land was taken from the poor, elections were rigged, and the rich got richer. That's when Francisco Madero stepped in, calling for democracy, and started a revolution. Ciudad Juárez became a major battleground. In fact, this is where the Treaty of Ciudad Juárez was signed in 1911, which forced Porfirio Diaz to resign. Leaders like Pancho Villa in the north and Emiliano Zapata in the south fought for land rights and justice for the poor. It was a messy, decade-long fight that completely reshaped Mexico. Speaking of the Mexican Revolution, the Casa de Adobe is a museum that was reconstructed from a house which served as Francisco Madero's provisional presidential office during the capture of Ciudad Juárez in May 1911. It's made of 2 simple rooms, one set up like a war room or a makeshift hospital, filled with period furniture like wooden desks, beds, dishes, an old telephone, and even Madero's manifesto displayed on the dining table. On the walls, historic photos show key figures like Pancho Villa, Pascual Orozco, and Madero himself, all plotting strategy for the revolution. Outside, a bust of Madero stands just meters from the actual border wall. Admission is free, and the hours are Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And let's not forget about the chamacos. La Rodadora Espacio Interactivo is one of the largest museums in Latin America. The cost ranges from $139 to $150 pesos per person, which is about $7 to $8 US, or 500 to 550 pesos per family of 4. This is about 28 to 31 US. There are 120 hands-on exhibits blending science, tech, art, and culture all in one place. About 60% of the exhibits are all about Ciudad Juarez and the state of Chihuahua, highlighting the desert, border life, and the local identity. There is a 3D theater, a library full of kids' books, temporary showrooms, and big spaces for science talks or live events. There's also a food court so you can grab a snack and relax between exhibits. And don't forget to check out the life-size robotic dinosaurs before you leave. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the coolest things to do here in Ciudad Juarez. If you liked it, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Hasta pronto, se cuidan.